Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Literature Lad. Please stay tuned. Graphic Man will be live in about 2 minutes. Now hold on there, Graphic Man.
Whatever happened to oil and ammo? Driving through Riyadh, watching the missiles glow. Standing in the carnage laughing, hide behind a dusty wall. Shooting and a shouting, waiting for the prayer call with you, my hijab girl. You, my. Do you remember when we used to sing Sharia la 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 ti da, just like that. Sharia la 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 ti da, Sharia la. Now I'm in Norway, EU's immigration laws. They think that I won't stay. My, how wrong are they? Like to think about those days back in good old Beirut, planting bombs on the highway, just wanting to have some fun with you, my hijab girl. You, my hijab girl. Sharia la 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 da. Sharia la 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 da. Sharia la 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 da.
Good evening, everybody. It would help if I had my microphone on. I trust everyone is well. We got an all-star cast tonight. And as you can see, we have Eric Breen joining us, Jambo Comics, Dr.
Yes.
Silverage, and Paulo Costa. We're going to start with him so he can turn in soon. He's gonna lead us off tonight, and we thank everybody in the chat. And take it away.
Yeah, as usual, I live in the future, so in Europe it's already way past bedtime. But I thought I'd share some stuff with you. Since last week's episode, Graphic Man and Meyer Greenblatt showed some cars. I was jealous and thought I'd show you some of mine. I have a few model cars that I got on account of my job, and one of my favorites is this one. It's an 1x12 version of the Auto Union Type C Streamliner, a car that was made so it could beat speed records. It was made during the time of Nazi Germany, and it was sponsored by Adolf Hitler. Not directly, of course. In the 1930s, the Nazi government thought it would be a good idea to show how technologically advanced they were by sponsoring auto racing. It wasn't an original idea. They copied it from Mussolini. Mussolini was a great auto racing enthusiast, and he gave money to Alfa Romeo and Maserati to build racing cars. Alfa Romeo at the time was managed by a guy named Enzo Ferrari. And so Hitler, while not a big fan of racing, thought it would be a good idea. He came up with a way to finance Mercedes, and that's when Ferdinand Porsche got up on his feet and said, "Wait a minute! I'm working for Auto Union, and we too can build a race car." Auto Union did not have much of an experience building race cars. The DKWs were used in small car racing, but because Porsche was an accomplished race car designer, he decided that he wanted to build another one, and this is one they came up with. This one was used in the 1936 and 1937 seasons. It was painted like it wasn't even painted. This was the color of the aluminum foil used in the bodywork. Back then cars had racing colors, and Germany's was white. But in order for the car to fit in the maximum weight allowed in the regulations, they had to strip all the paint out, and it was left like this. They came up with this bodywork for the Avus track in outside. It was made in public roads in the first European freeway right outside Berlin. Some parts of the highway where the highway is still there, of course, and some parts of the track that were used were also there, including the grandstands. And unfortunately, the driver who was put in charge of driving this car, Bernd Rosmeyer, died in 1938 trying to go for a speed record. But before that, using an open wheel version of this car, he won the Vanderbilt Cup in New York in 1937. And I'll get around to it because I want to make a connection. I'm going to show some parts from you can remove the engine cover and see the detail on the V16 engine, 6 liter. Even by 1936, it was putting out 520 horsepower. It had two superchargers, and you can also see inside the cockpit, and the wheel turns, and so do the wheels. Now, the version that raced at the Vanderbilt Cup, it inspired a friend of Howard Hughes named Nathan Rounds to have a mid-engine car built for the Indianapolis 500, but the car never managed to qualify. However, it does show up in footage that was taken at the 1950 Indianapolis 500, and was used in the film To Please a Lady, starring Clark Gable.
I suppose that could beat my old 1973 Plymouth Duster with the slant six. Although I like the slant six, I thought it was a pretty good little engine. But boy, that's impressive.
Yeah, well, this one, it was of course a pure racing machine. This technology was not used in the road cars.
Did you know the top speed on that, Paulo?
At the Avus, it could go up well above 200 miles per hour.
Wow.
For the speed record, they were trying to go past 250, which would have been maybe. I'm not sure if they had set a world record by then, because
back then, that's pretty amazing.
No, but the British had already done something that over 450 in the 1935. Got a couple of extra ones that I wanted to show. This is inside the box. This is a. Let me see if I. It's the glare in the. Okay, so this is a Porsche 550 Spider, similar to the one that James Dean died in. This particular model is a replica of a 550 that was raced in the Carrera Panamericana in 1954. It was driven by German works Porsche driver Hans Hermann, but it was sponsored by the Mexican Volkswagen importer. And another one, the Citroën DS. This was the most comfortable car in Europe between 1959 and 1975. It was the first road car with hydropneumatic suspension. It was virtually immune to potholes, which was very good for France because country roads were full of potholes. And one of these cars won the Rally of Portugal, then a round of the World Rally Championship in 1973, I believe. No, or 1973, yes.
Fantastic. I tell you what, let me quickly just pop in with a couple of vehicles, and then I want to see your books. For Dr. Silverage, this is the Hulk truck that you look in this back spot, and then you see a picture of the Hulk and a Hulk van. But I was watching a episode of a YouTube channel called Open by Chance, and whereas I had tried to film with a camera to show you what the picture looks like when you look inside the truck, he had a 1980 catalog, and I about fell out of my chair when I got to this picture. This is the ad from 1980, and I have the Hulk I just showed you, the yellow one and the white one, and that's a color picture of the guy looking through it to see what it looks like. I also had that Captain America car up in the top. I still do, but I think they're really, really sweet.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But now I know, Paulo, you have some books to show us.
Yeah.
We're putting Paulo on first, so he can take off when he needs to.
Yeah. So there's a very famous European comic book series that centers around the world of auto racing. It's called Michel Vaillant, and I have a few of them in French. The French now have a format called intégral, which is a way they figured out how to reprint 3 or 4 albums in one hardcover volume. And this one features the first 3 albums, which were published. The first one was published in 1957. Jean Gatton was a French artist. He was born in Nantes, but he moved to Belgium in order to work in the Belgian comic book industry. He was published in Spirou magazine, although he was acquainted with all of the people who worked for Pilote. René Goscinny, who used to write to write Asterix, and Lucky Luke. And so besides the three albums, it's got a few short stories in here. Let me see if I can. Okay, this is the from the first Michel Vaillant short story. You don't have big splash pages, and because it was a short story, he goes for Gratton used to go for maximizing how much story he could put in. But he loved cars, and he ended up using this to know a lot of people in the auto racing industry, and there were even real live Michel Vaillant cars racing in various competitions. They're in association with the Belgian Automobile Club. They sponsored Belgian drivers in the European Formula 2 Championship. They entered Le Mans several times. They even entered cars at Le Mans in 1998 to film the 2001 movie. Here's a page from the first album that shows the first album is called Le Grand Défi, the Great Challenge, and it's when American driver Steve Warson goes to Europe to challenge Europe's best driver, because they want to see who is the best one in the world, European or an American. And the American race that they have to take part in is of course the Indianapolis 500. Very few European drivers took part in Indianapolis during the 1950s. But although it was not up to code, it was a round of the Formula One World Championship back then.
Paulo, as an American, I'm curious, how is Indianapolis viewed in the racing community there in Europe?
Oh, every racing driver wants to go to Indianapolis.
Okay.
It wasn't always like this, but there was always some interest in what was going on across the pond. Especially first when Jack Brabham and John Cooper created a car to race at Indianapolis. The car was based on the Formula One car. It was stretched a bit. The engine was just a smidge larger. It wasn't very powerful, but it was faster turning because it was a rear engine car. Well, at the time, all the American cars were front engine, and when the British engineers saw the race, man, these cars are dinosaurs. We can show up here and beat them. But due to various factors, it took until 1965 for Jim Clark to finally win in the Lotus Ford. The car was sponsored by Ford. They wanted to showcase their new engine. And at the time, there was only one American engine that worked. It was the Offie. And then Ford built an engine, and now there was a lot of money being thrown around in order to win Indianapolis. But after that, it was only in 1993 when Nigel Mansell, who had just won the Formula One World Championship, decided that he was not going to defend his crown. He was going to go race in America. There were already a few drivers known in Europe, Italian Teo Fabi. There were even Americans like Eddie Cheever and Mario Andretti who had raced extensively in Europe. Mario Andretti was, of course, the 1978 Formula One World Champion. Also Brazilian Emerson Fittipaldi, who was the 72 and 74 World Championship. But having an active Formula One driver moving across from Europe to America to do a full season and race Indianapolis 500, that was unseen, and all of a sudden, all the major outlets covering motorsports in the whole of the continent decided that they needed to know what was going on across the pond, and now there's a much larger connection between Indianapolis and Europe, and there's always European drivers fighting for the win and winning both the championship and the Indy 500.
Well, cool.
So I have a few of the. Okay, let me do a selection here because I took out much more stuff than I can show. But okay, these are from the old publisher. They're soft cover editions. This was the story of an American driver who shows up in Europe and decides that he's going to beat everyone, but he's cheating.
What a smile!
Yeah. The challenge of the walls. It's based on an annual event for classic cars that takes part in the city of Angoulême, which of course is well known in all the world except the United States as the world's largest comic book festival. And it is the largest comic book festival. It takes over the whole city, and it is bigger than San Diego.
Wow.
300 kilometers an hour in Paris, where they do the French Grand Prix in a street circuit in Paris. It never existed in reality, but they thought it'd be a cool idea for the comic. And this one, F3000, where they decided to showcase a few real drivers who were trying to get into Formula One at the time. There were a couple of comics in the series where instead of following the main characters, were Michel Vaillant and Steve Warson, they put the spotlight on a few other supporting cast and even real people. There's always a lot of real people showing up here. I got these two editions. They're from a newspaper collection, and they're from Michel Vaillant season 2. The comic had a soft reboot, new style, all new creative team, with Jean Gatton's son working as a plot master but not really involved. And
everything you're showing us is in French, right?
No, these ones are Portuguese. They're Portuguese edition, and I got these two books that I'm showing now. I got them signed, and they gave me a sketch. Here's a sketch of Michel Vaillant.
Wow!
Oh, cool.
Yeah, drawn by Marc Breen. We get free sketches on our books in Europe.
Oh, nice!
We don't have to pay. And in this one, where they go for the electric car world record in the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Wow!
This car actually exists. They painted the real one in violent colors, but of course they exaggerate the top speed here in the comic, and so they have two artists, and one draws the figures, the people, and one draws the cars, because the cars have so much detail that they require a specialized artist. And Benjamin Beneteau drew a sketch of the car right here.
Oh, cool!
Yeah,
very cool.
Took a while. Right. And another thing that I wanted to show. Okay, so this was done by the Gratton studio. It was a commission. And it's a book on the history of Chevrolet founder Louis Chevrolet. The Chevrolet brothers were a big part of the early American auto industry, but they had been immigrants from Switzerland. They became involved in auto racing after being invited to leave General Motors. They created a new company called Frontenac, whose cars were based on Ford Model T technology, but with new overhead cams, very, very powerful. And they even won Indianapolis 500 once. This one isn't exactly a comic. It's got some comic book short stories in here. But mostly it's an illustrated book with the history of Louis Chevrolet. It's got a few period pictures as well.
Well, they look great, and I don't think anyone in our audience has ever seen this. This is great.
No, I never have.
Yeah, this book is in English. It was distributed by Chevrolet when General Motors was trying to sell Chevrolets in Europe, but they were actually Daewoo's in disguise.
Ah.
And something slightly different. This comic was written by a Portuguese rally racer, Elizabeth Jacinto. She used to take part in the Dakar Rally in motorcycles. Then she started doing it in the race trucks category. Now she doesn't go to the Dakar because the Dakar it used to be in the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
But they now did it's too dangerous, so they took the brand. they took the brand and they've been racing in South America, and now they're moving to Saudi Arabia. But they still do an event in Africa. It's called now the Africa Eco Race, and Elizabeth Jacinto still races there in the race truck. She's won the event in the truck class. She's not a professional racer. She's a geography teacher, and the guy who drew this, Luis Pinto Coelho, used to have a regular gig on a motorcycling magazine. So he did a one-page cartoon, and this was Elizabeth Jacinto showing all many of the Portuguese racers that used to take part in the motorcycle class.
Looks good. Great art style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are a couple of collections of his strips in the motorcycling magazine as well, but I don't have those.
No, those were great.
So yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Well, good. Ladies and gentlemen, I think now we might swing by a man from the East Coast who's got a heart of gold and red socks. It's none other than Dr. Silverage. He's been
that's awesome.
he's been chomping at the bit. He can't wait to show us what he's recently got at a store visit. So I'm going to put you at full screen and take it away.
Do you know how close he came to being activated this week?
I couldn't do any worse, right?
They are winning tonight, though.
Are they? I haven't
at
seen
the moment.
Oh, you're missing.
The dream is young, though.
It's early. I was going to say it's early, but so what did you want me to start with? Did you want me to start with the stuff I got laying around, or?
Oh yeah, that's the title of it. What we have laying around.
Okay. What I've been to my local comic store again. Did some 50-cent bin diving. Also went to Newberry Comics, which is about an hour north of here. In Portland, Maine, at the Maine Mall. And I like to stop in there when I'm up there because they put together these bundles of comics. And you never know what you're going to get in them. So I bought 2 or 3 of those bundles just to see. And I got some stuff I really glad I did. Let's see here. We'll start off with The Spider's Web from Doc Savage.
Wow.
I love that cover.
Yeah.
That is a pretty doggone cool cover. And this is, let's see, The Fantastic Adventures of Doc Savage, number 2. So I didn't even know this existed. So this series existed. So let's see. And then I think it was you, Graphic Man, that I talked to about this series. But I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. Project Superpowers.
That doesn't seem familiar.
Okay, it's a series that was put out by Dynamite Comics, and they did 3 different series of it. And I just now trying to get all the 3rd series. But there's a lot of superheroes that are in public domain that they use. I believe they were part of the I don't know how you say it, Nador group.
Okay.
But I found these, They came in a bundle, and this was Project Superpowers, and this is, it doesn't say on the thing which chapter it is, but I think this was chapter 1, part of chapter 1. And then
I think I have the first series of that.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. I love seeing, heroes like that are, you don't get to see obscure heroes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two were sneak peek editions for it. And with the Black Terror and the original Daredevil on there. And then this one here is the same thing, but it's got a different cover. And this one's got the Green Llama on it. And they call him the Scarab, but he's basically the Blue Beetle.
Looks great.
So, yeah, a lot of Alex Ross covers were done on those series, and they were really, really good. And the stories themselves were interesting. The artwork I thought was excellent. So then I picked up these right here, which I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but it had a tie-in to the JSA. And anything to do with the JSA, I try and get involved in. This is the JSA Liberty Files, and this is it's a miniseries of 6-issue miniseries. And it's issue 1 of The Whistling Skull. So I'm not sure if The Whistling Skull is a pulp character, or here's issue number 2, or if it was just something created for the series.
I know we're not supposed to let logic enter into the picture, but I don't see how, without lips, I don't see how a skull can whistle.
And then I have issue number 3, which is tough to see. There we go. So I picked those up in a bundle. I picked up this it's Hawk World 1 and 3 by Timothy Truman. I haven't even opened it up yet. So this is, what issue is this? Oh, here we go. Book 3. Let's see. Here's book 1. I can't show you book 2 because it's in the middle. I haven't opened it up yet. So
is that the Prestige format 3-issue series?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's the thick kind.
That's fantastic story.
Yeah. Yep. And then in another bundle, I picked up these right here. They are JSA All Stars, and this is number 5. Number 6.
I like that. That's good.
Number 7. And number 8. I like that cover. Like I said, these were all bundles that Newberry Comics puts together, and they have different prices on them. But you get some pretty neat stuff in them.
They looked great. Well, let's mix it up a little. Let's mix it up a little bit, and we'll bring on Jambo Comics. I'm sure we can't wait to. I bet you've got a couple of good girl art in there somewhere.
I might, but I got a homework kind of assignment from you last week. You told me to show you 1 through 15.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was Action Comics.
I don't have those, but I do have that. So there you go. 1 through 16 even.
Hey.
Bonus.
Let's give them more than they ask for.
That's awesome.
But yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I wish I did have those.
just in case you didn't, I noticed that Action just needs a little bit more action. So I decided to add some Marvel characters to Action Comics #1. And,
Oh, neat.
now you can really say it's action packed. So I like how Toro's taking that fireball right to that poor guy. But I knew
Very
you'd
cool.
I knew you'd come through and have some good action for us. So let me make you full screen again.
I just got some stuff laying around here, so this is what we're showing here.
Ooh, nice.
It's
Very
comics.
nice.
I think Jerry the Jitterbug just got one of these today. I believe I seen a video he did. His was a lot better shape than this one. And if it wasn't, I'm sure he'd make it that way. But that's photo cover, kind of.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that qualifies as an infinity cover or not. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it would.
There's a Jeep. I like Jeeps on the cover. I drive a Jeep. I have a Jeep. And so I've been trying to get books that have Jeeps on the cover. And there's a lot of war books. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do that. But, at least the oddball ones, maybe where the superheroes are riding in them or driving them or something like that. It's like
Very nice. Very nice.
Captain Marvel's friend got swallowed there.
Yeah.
I like the big red cheese. This was my dad's favorite superhero. He told me when he was young, he read Captain Marvel and Dick Tracy.
Yeah, that talking tiger outsold DC, and that's what really ticked them off for that lawsuit.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't there, but that's what I hear.
New Mr. Tawny story. And I had this in the box with those. Nice Kirby.
Oh, those are great
Boy
robots.
Commandos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like War of the Worlds or something like that.
That's right.
Almost.
Yeah.
Kind of a tripod there. And I had these out. I was on the No Faces chat the other night, and we were talking about Golden Age heroes that didn't really quite make it. I guess he did, but I mean, they kind of changed him and put him on a motorcycle. And then they took the original character, and Marvel did, and stuck him on a horse and called him Knight Rider after that. I guess you couldn't have two Ghost Riders running around. So, yeah, just some stuff I've got laying around here.
Yeah, there's a 12-cent Marvel series called Ghost Rider with that character.
Yeah.
But then I guess when they had the other character, they didn't want to confuse fans.
Right.
Reprinted them.
Yeah. Nowadays they'll confuse you by putting Ghost Rider in a car.
I like that cover that Kirby.
Yeah, it's always been a great poster cover. Yeah.
Let's see. I had some. We were talking about before the show.
Hey,
this
Harvey.
guy's car.
Wow.
Black Beauty.
I've never seen one of those.
No, me neither.
And,
Excellent.
let's see. What else we got? Oh, some more faucet stuff here. This guy.
Oh, I like that cover. That's cool.
Yeah, some of these, I don't know if you guys have ever opened them up or if you've got any of those. They have cutouts of paper airplanes and stuff inside of them. So if you get these or you're looking for them, you have to be real careful and open them up, because sometimes some kid has cut the paper airplane out and that stuff's missing. So
most of Captain Midnight covers are just fantastic. You can't go wrong.
They are. I've got one or two more laying around here, and I haven't found them yet. This I showed, I think, the last time, but I got to looking, and this is actually it's number 10, but it's the first one in comic book form.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, I'll give somebody else a chance if you want.
All right. Well, let's see. I know that we have someone in our crowd here who is fascinated with North by Northwest, because they have a movie poster in their background, and I've noticed that there's more than one poster of great scenes, and I'm not sure why he totally just adores that movie, but he does. So he's getting ready for the big setup here. We're gonna turn it over to him momentarily, but I was wondering what could I do with some of these, and nothing's really come to my mind.
That's great.
Very good. Very good. Excellent.
He was on Grottu's channel Monday, and usually he's looking one direction, and sometimes he's checking a baseball score. But every now and then he turned a full front on, and I was able to grab it real quick. So.
I'll have to remember that.
Couldn't tell the difference there, Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like Cary Grant, buddy.
Well, if you look, that is his ear on the. That's Cary's ear. So
Okay.
I had to blend the two.
You guys have seen the what's that new app that the kids are using, where they put your face over existing. What the hell is that called?
I don't know.
Well, Venkman spent a whole auction doing that.
Yeah.
And then he made a video called "The Best of Eric Breen," and I was everybody from Prince to Pavarotti. And it's I think the channel name is Real Dr. Venkman. It's a hoot, because you really can't tell until you freeze it. But he did one from Dirty Dancing where I'm Patrick Swayze and Eglantine is Jennifer Grey.
Yeah,
nice.
Now, that's a little on the creepy side, but John Goodman, Fred Flintstone, he turned that into me, and I guess that's fitting.
Did you bring home a long box of things to work on this time?
I did. It's not as, I don't know if it's as cool as last time, but this happened to be doing. I'm working on the Archie, so I said it's going to pale in comparison to Jambo's, but let's show some Archie Giant series.
Wow,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this for some strange reason, the first 5 issues were called Archie's Christmas Stocking. Then this ran for about 35 issues, and then there's no 36 through 140, and then it starts back up with 141 into the early 2s, and then they skip a couple hundred numbers and start with 250 something. No time in between. They just, for some reason.
Why was he ringing the bell? Is it lunchtime? Or?
I'm guessing so. It doesn't say.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, the superhero stuff's great.
Well, if you like that one, you're going to love this one.
I probably will. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's if you remember the one with the cover like this for the actual Archie superheroes.
Yep.
I guess this is a spoof of that, and I actually have this one in my own collection. I love that. Let's see. Got a few more left here. available at Comic Book World in Florence, Kentucky.
For how much?
Well, this one can be yours for $4.
Huh. What about the superhero ones?
I think I put 8 on that one.
Well, I might send you a tweet here pretty soon.
Yeah, they've kind of grown stagnant, so I figured I guess the market for people that are really willing to pay big bucks for Archie, that's probably very, very few and far between at this point. Speaking of Jambo, did you make it up there last week?
I did not, sir. I mean, they had me pretty busy at work, and so most of the good stuff is probably gone. But yeah,
well, I don't know. Most of it might have had gaming stuff piled on top of it since I put them back out. So that
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, keep that stuff over there, and I'll try to get up there in the next few days.
yeah, but I think after tomorrow, I should have that section. What I'm keeping. What I did was I broke it down $6 and over, and then I've got a 1 to 5 section.
Okay,
that we're going to keep separate eventually.
Are those up in the Golden Age section, or are they back on that back table back there?
The same place they've always been,
Okay.
on after the regular stuff. And I wasn't able to mark down the ones that are in the back room. That'll have to be like on a, one at a time basis because I don't have access to those.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would be a problem on most of them because there's just some of that stuff has been there for a while.
Yeah.
But all the ones where the books were actually on the table have been marked down.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Eric Zombo is asking, do you have an online presence for that store?
I think there's some books they have on eBay, but I don't think it's like listed under Comic Book World. I mean, I know I sent that FF annual to Grottu. That was just I'd heard him talking about it and I stumbled onto it. So, if there's something that somebody really wants, I guess the one that said, is it worth it for the shipping? Because it'd be, probably. So that's, maybe at some point, but right now I'm just trying to get it all back in some kind of order to sell to the people that come in.
Sure. All right. Well, I guess I haven't showed anything. So I'll start off with now these are some things I have earned by just working for comics at my my LCS. Always love to get a DC bronze, and this is a quality hotel. You can tell because, as you can see, there's a skeleton dog. So this hotel takes in pets. So it's good quality there. And speaking of ghosts, here's a nice gold key. Try to go the glare there. And a Bonanza from Gold Key. Son of Tomahawk. And Joe Kubert artwork there.
That's some good Joe Kubert there. That's good art.
The Unknown Soldier. I'm a sucker for DC bronze lately.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that stuff. I mean, the Bronze Age horror stuff is pretty awesome.
Here's a poor guy. He's probably just lost. He wants to ask her for directions. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. So the great thing is I didn't pay a dime for these. I just have to file away some books for them. Oh. And last week, Meyer Greenblatt was wanting to show a lot of Dell Giants. was able to pick up another Dell.
Nice.
And a couple of Batlash. All right.
Very nice.
Let me go back to
Good stuff.
maybe Dr. Silverage, if you would like to show a few.
You know, I don't understand how you could do a wholesome comic starring Bugs Bunny, and that was all about the wholesome comics. You want to see Bugs Bunny kiss Elmer Fudd.
Oh,
Did they allow it in the comic?
I don't know.
Yeah, Bugs was kind of a rascal sometimes.
Oh, well, I'll continue with some from the bundles that I got. This is a group of The Sting of the Green Hornet by Now Comics, and this is number 1.
Oh, I like that.
And speaking of Green Hornet, if you can you show us that TV guide that's right behind your shoulder?
Oh, yeah, this was a special reproduction. Yeah, it had been so long since I even opened it, but this is the package that it come in, and what it is an actual reproduction of the actual book, of the actual TV guide. So,
Wow. Okay.
I don't think I've ever taken it out. Oh, and they put the little fake Batman one in there.
Yay.
But yeah, it's that's another thing that I collect is vintage TV guides. So to me, they're like photo albums. You know, I can look down through them and okay, I recognize that show, and I know what I was doing, what was going on in my life at that time. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, and of course, you try and get the fall preview ones.
Mm-hmm.
But this was from October of 1966, and the first thing I always check was the cartoons on Saturday morning. Got to check those out.
The graphic. If we were on Englantine's channel, we'd have to be explaining what the TV guide was.
Oh. But,
Well, I think half the books we've shown we'd have to explain too.
Yeah.
So, but that's what that baby is. So, but there was something else. Okay, here we are. All right.
Everybody needs to be on their best behavior. Strange Life is watching us, so.
Captain.
All right, and we got Sting of the Green Hornet number 2.
I've never seen this.
Sting of the Green Hornet number 3. And Sting of the Green Hornet number 4. I'm not sure how many issues are in the series because I didn't even know about this series till I happened to see it in that bundle. And I said, you know what? I'm taking that bundle.
Yeah.
So, and then let's see. I got 3 issues in another bundle of a series that I really, really enjoyed. Again, it had to do with characters that were superheroes that were in the public domain. And it's put out by America's Best Comics, and it's Terra Obscura. This is volume 2. There were two sets, 2 series. One was volume 1, one was volume 2. I think they were both 6 issues apiece. One might have been the first one might have only been 5, but I can't remember for sure. But this one here was 6, and I picked up duplicates Let's see. This is number 4. But I love seeing all these old characters like that putting into a new light. And this
Yeah,
is
they look
number
great.
5.
Yeah, that cover was used in the trade paperback.
Was it?
Mhm.
And then this is number 6. But I really enjoyed that series. I highly recommend it to anybody who'd be interested in those type of characters and whatnot.
I second that. And the Sting of the Green Hornet was a 4-issue miniseries.
Was it 4?
Yeah, it ran the same time as the regular Green Hornet title from now. That ran about 14 or 15 issues.
Ah. There we go. And I picked up these 4 in another bundle. And these are we talked briefly there about the Archie superheroes, and these are based on those. And it's DC's version when they did the Red Circle series of comics. These were all one-shots, and this one here is of the Hangman.
What year is this?
Hold on. I'm going to get my...
Well, I say that because in today's political climate, a noose and rope, I don't know if they can readily do that so much.
This was 2009. 2009. Okay. Yeah. 2009. So
that looks great.
And then this is the Inferno. The Web.
It's nice.
And my favorite of the bunch, the Shield.
Oh, yeah.
So, alrighty. You want somebody else to take another shot?
Yeah, Jambo, are you ready?
Red Circle could have become Marvel's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the first use of the brand was in pulp magazines that were published in partnership between Louis Silverclight and Martin Goodman before either of them got into comics.
Wow,
I did not know that.
No.
Wow.
And even the first time that that Goodman tried to use Marvel as in a logo, the word Marvel is inside a red circle. That's around 1947 or 48.
Okay, yeah.
Wow. Awesome. I did not know that.
Show you a character that had its origins in Kentucky.
Hey.
The story goes Al Cap was wandering through the hills of Kentucky and actually met a fellow by the name of Lil Abner and decided to make a cartoon strip kind of
course,
about stuff. So
I would want Daisy May and Wolf Gal to be on every cover. But...
well, let's see. Yeah. There's Daisy May, Sadie Hawkins Day.
Yeah, what is Abner thinking? Running away? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be running too fast. There's another Daisy May for you. Taking a bath.
Very nice.
Black Hawk for you. I like this one because it had the guys with the hoods on there, the bad guys. Pretty easy to distinguish who the bad guys were.
Sambo.
Nice. Doll man. And I did have some good girl stuff laying around here. Some of this is not in fantastic shape, but still pretty cool to look at.
Very good.
I think that's a Joe Doolin cover, I believe. And hard day at the office for Kanga there. And had a different colored costume on there. Still
Yeah.
the traditional leopard skin. She had a black suit on there. Yeah.
Yeah, good Panther.
Very cool. Some of these I never ever seen before.
Well, that's probably your Thursday outfit too.
Could be laundry day. Yeah, some of these are pretty rough. This one's got a few chips gone, but I still love them. Used to be you could pick these up at a reasonable price, you know, in this condition. But even these have kind of gone up in price and stuff when you're trying to buy them these days. I guess a lot more people are looking for them.
Great cover. Is this your jungle stack?
Yeah, this is some of the jungles I had and was getting ready to put it into another box. I couldn't figure out what that was, if she had a shield there or something like that. I was like thinking that's kind of an odd position to have it if that's what it is, but maybe the cat had the shield and was jumping into her. I'm not sure about that. This rhino cover.
Yeah.
This one has a big stain across the front of it there. Kanga.
Oh, that's fine. We'll take it coverless.
A couple more. Nice bondage cover. A lot of bondage covers in the jungle. Fiction house stuff. That was their meat and potatoes, I think. Sold a lot of books for them.
Great.
This one I may have shown on here before. I'm not sure.
No.
I like that one.
Oh, that's neat.
A lot of color. The dude got an arrow through his chest there.
Oh, goodness.
So
Ouch.
He's keeping his eyes on the prize, though.
all right, that's it for the jungle I've got out right now.
Hey, do you have Jumbo 107 and Jumbo 113? I know you probably don't have the numbers memorized.
Let me see.
I've got some scans I could show on the screen of them.
List. Did you find some up there?
I wanted to show you something I noticed that was a similarity.
I have the 107. I don't have 113.
So there's the 107.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to memorize the position.
Mm-hmm.
And here is, I noticed 113. And to help you, I put them side by side. And they're only 6 months apart. And I'm thinking that he just went back and said, no one will notice if I use the same drawing. And he made a few changes, but
the
anyway.
hand was not there with the knife, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it looked identical. The legs and the rear end there and everything. So
and who can blame him? Late 40s, who's going to notice? Certainly not some nerd like me, so many years later. So, lead paint, I think they're pretty good quality. You can get a good sample of those on Digital Comics Museum. Has got some good scans. What do you think, Jambo?
I like them. They have a lot of good stories in them. I mean, if you don't like one particular thing, they have several different kinds. It's not all just jungle. I mean, it says
good anthology.
There's some other stuff in there. If you're not particularly into jungle, I don't know why you wouldn't be if you were buying jungle comics, but I mean, there was other stuff in there. It's kind of a variety of different things in there. So that was what was good about them, I thought. Them and the Jambo comics.
We were asked in chat if there were any collections available. Now, Graphic, did Lance say he was doing any of those the other night? Do you remember?
He said a lot of fiction house titles. Maybe because he was already doing Rangers and Wings and Fire Hair, and he did all the Planet.
Now, Roy Thomas has reprinted a lot of that, some fiction house stuff on those PS art books. I know they did the Planet comics, and I know there's been some Sheenas, and but I don't know if he's done any Jungle or Jumbos.
While we're talking about that, it's good girl art. Let me show Jambo these. There's Planet Comics. I just absolutely love
That is nice.
the flying contraptions that they have.
Yeah.
Just a couple more. This is a great Planet Comics, and I always love this rocket, and how he's got a girl unconscious there.
Any of them that has a rocket and a girl, it's a win-win,
In fact, this cover's not bad. I went online and found a much better, in better shape than what I have, and I just couldn't resist putting that up into a poster.
That's pretty, man.
Yeah, very nice.
So,
I like that.
and I tinted the red and made it more outstanding. Let's see. Another good girl for you by Avon Comics, Strange Worlds. I think this is a
Wally
Wood cover.
That is one of my favorites of his.
And while I'm talking about good girl, I found the art without the title from a pulp of Amazing Stories, and I just thought that was very, very pretty. Couldn't resist making a poster. And you don't happen to have Thrilling Comics number 62, do you?
That one I don't have. No, I don't have that one, definitely.
Okay. All right.
That is
It's
a cool.
great.
I was at my comic store, and you know how Eric Breen recognized Jambo, and then Grottu starts talking about how he got recognized. I was in the comic shop Saturday, and a guy said, "Hey, didn't you draw Weird War Tales on a video of YouTube?" I said, "Yeah, I sure did." So he goes, "I didn't know you were in this part of Missouri." So I too have been, I guess, recognized. So more books I got from the store that I worked for. Good little Gold Key Star Trek. And I love how Spock is getting ready to karate chop this guy. Thought that's neat. Now, I don't know if anyone's caring or interested, but Dr. Silverage, here are some of those British reprints. So you have different Hulk covers.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
Nice.
art that you seldom see.
Oh, that's cool.
So all the interiors are black and white. And so
That's one that I almost bought right there. That one there. I saw it on eBay. I almost got that one.
Yeah.
I just think they're a neat novelty.
Yeah, exactly.
Graphic
Something different.
size.
Now this is the cover from 213.
Yeah.
But of course, they're stretching the story out over several issues, so they got to come up with different art from different angles and perspectives.
Are those regular magazine size or comic size or?
Yeah, they're pretty much magazine size. In fact, all and the last one's not bad.
Those are awesome. Love that art.
Let me dig out a magazine.
I have some of the Captain Britons in that style.
So here's a Crazy magazine. They're the same size.
Okay.
So yeah, Captain Britain. Interesting, pretty cool cover too.
There were a few original Nick Fury stories in those magazines around that time. And Black Knight had a regular feature in Hulk comic.
Okay.
It was those stories have never been seen in the United States. Those Black Knight stories. They're in black and white, and they actually it was an attempt to do an actual Prince Valiant ripoff more than the other time that Marvel tried it.
Excellent.
And then he ends up having some team ups with Captain Britain as well.
All right. Eric, did you have anything else?
Not within reach.
Okay. Well, Dr. Silverage, we can go back to you for a minute.
Okie dokie. I know I pulled out some of my Tales of Suspense. So
and I'll join you.
We'll jump into those. So the first one I have is issue 36.
Whoa.
You're starting to get into pre-hero. Good.
So that's about it for that one. Then I jumped to number 41. I missed the all-important 39 in issue 40, but I start with 41 and I got the rest on up.
Number 40 with Iron Man fights Doctor Strange. But not the Doctor Strange.
Yeah, the stronghold of Doctor Strange. Yep. Like it.
Always liked that cover. That was nice.
And then here's number 42. Number 43.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. What did I say? Did I say number 4?
Well, we knew what you meant.
Yeah, it's number 44. Is number 45. Number 46 with the Crimson Dynamo.
Great.
Number 47 at the Melter.
Very cool.
Before you get rolling, let me jump in with 28. It's a pre-hero.
Very cool.
All right. I was afraid you were going to get rolling downhill too fast.
No, I just had 3 more of this group, and I figured I'd let somebody else take over. Here we go with number 48. The new armor. Number 49 with a guest appearance by the Angel.
Greatest cover.
I do. Yeah, this is a good cover. I like this one.
Yeah.
And then number 50 with the Mandarin.
Nice.
Very nice.
So nice.
Do you want me to continue, or somebody else gonna jump in?
Yeah, go a few more.
Okay. Alrighty. We'll go for another 10 here. All right. We got number 51 with the Scarecrow, Marvel's version of it. And this one here is the first appearance of the Black Widow, number 52.
Yeah, good luck trying to get that one today.
Yeah, I think they've all blown up. Here's number 53, continuing that story with the Black Widow. Number 54, bringing back the Mandarin. Number 55, and I love the colors and everything on this cover.
Yes.
The yellow and the red and the green. And we got number 56 with the unicorn. Number 57, introducing Hawkeye. And then 58, we have a guest appearance by someone they think is Captain America.
Yeah.
And then we have 59 with the return of the real deal.
Isn't in 58 isn't that the real Captain America? I know they did that in Strange Tales, but
Yeah,
wasn't that to introduce him to
Yeah.
the title? Yeah.
And then finish this run. It's number 60.
Amazing run.
It's nice to see a run of those in someone's personal collection again.
And I was very lucky. I got these in probably the mid 80s. Somebody had brought in a collection to my local comic store at the time, and they knew I was big into the Silver Age and all that stuff. So, of course, they pulled me aside and said, "Hey, we got these. What do you think?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm interested." And I think they were like, most of them were $3 a piece. There were a couple that were $5 a piece. So, I mean, I lucked out just being in the right place at the right time. So, because I bought them all up.
Yeah, I did a ton of Marvel buying in the 80s when I still lived at home, and I got my Avengers 4 for $20, and that copy is worth $2,000 now. I don't have it, so it's a moot point. But
no,
but I did have everything you showed. I owned at one time.
Yeah.
But if I kept the books, I'd be doing this live stream from under an overpass with a bunch of comic boxes around me. So it's kind of a moot point. You do what you have to do.
And you'd be speaking like Gollum.
Yeah.
They're my precious.
Yes.
Can't fix them.
They're my precious.
But Rod, you can't play comic book poker with After Comics because you guys can't outbluff each other. You have the same comics.
No, Alan has got everything all over me, man.
Yeah.
He's got a museum quality collection. I mean,
Yeah.
if you guys have all seen his videos, man, he has got some great stuff. Not just the comics and stuff and the runs of comics that he has, but all the toys and stuff that he has. I'd love to have that stuff. You know, Captain Action, all the G.I. Joe stuff, the Marvel posters, the Third Eye posters and stuff. I mean, he's just got a tremendous collection.
Agreed.
Listen, I'm gonna take the opportunity to go. It's 2:20 over here. So thanks for having me. I'm in the presence of the luminary collectors, and I hope to be back with something weird to show you in the near future.
Well, thank you for showing that. Those were some great things. We've never seen anything like that.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Mm. So good evening then.
All right. Well, thank you
later.
Paulo, take care.
See you, buddy.
And Grottu has slipped in while no one was looking. How you doing, sir?
I'm all right. Just a lot of weirdness happening. I heard today that the governor of Texas says no masks, but individual cities and school districts are trying to rebel. Yeah. So Dallas is saying, well, they're for at least temporarily, they got a judge degree, mask back on. So I'll be, free comic day for 9 hours wearing, but it's all right. Okay. But then I try to go to a quick place, Taco Bell, to grab some food, and then they say, well, we're short staffed, so we're closed, but come to the window, we'll give you some coupons. It's like everywhere I went, there was some weird delay, which caused me to even further delay. But
well, tonight's theme is what do you have laying around?
Yeah, I just pulled a couple of books off of the spinner paperback rack, but
sure,
literally what I have lying around, like within a couple of feet of me, is like this record here, which I think is an amazing cover of the Hi-Fi Bug there. So I'm going to get that on the wall at some point. What else do I have laying around? I have this laying around.
Oh, wow.
And these are the other ones you could get.
Wow.
I've never seen those.
Yeah, those are cool.
I bought this in the 90s, but I think it was older store stock. Let's see if I can find a date on here. Got the same magnifying glasses at the Silverage.
Actually, I got mine after seeing yours, so.
What else do I have? Yeah, they have them at every hardware store now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Here are the paperbacks I pulled. There's the World of Little Abner. It's spine needs to be re-glued, but it's just newspaper comic strips. And this is something I've only seen once, and it's Batman and Laugh-In kind of knockoff, but it's The Fickle Finger of Fate, a camp classic for adults only. And I've never read it to determine exactly how adults only it is, but that was Saturn, the ultimate superhero, legendary man of destiny who smashes evil wherever he finds it. And so it's got all the sound effects. So when did Laugh-In start with the Fickle Finger of Fate? Was that about 67 or 68?
I don't remember.
Well, that's Laugh-In and that's Batman. So what else do I have? I just realized that the spinner rack was damaging my priceless copy of The Mad Adventures of Captain Klutz. So that means I'm going to have to replace it because look at the indentations. That the anal retentive in me cannot allow that. That's a priceless thing from my childhood. And then this was in the spinner rack.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, it's pretty common. But the owner of the store may get on a plane and fly to Los Angeles to sell a copy of Fantastic Four 48 to someone that wants to buy it. So apparently now another weird thing, you can fly to LA and back for $54. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Here's a Frazetta cover on a Tales from the Crypt reprint book. That's
very nice.
These reprints, it's done just like the Mad paperbacks that reprinted the EC Mad, same format. and I'm pretty sure that because this book and the Vault of Horror one were on the newsstands,
Real nice.
that the movie, that's probably how the movie came to be, the 72 movie from Amicus. Yeah. So let's see. I just pulled a couple of books out of this box here. This one's approved by the Comics Code,
Well, good.
but it's got it's like a meth head firing a gun at you and killing you. Because apparently that's you, the reader. he's killing you with his insane look, but it's safe because it's approved by the Comics Code. And this is beat up, but I love the title, and this looks really good on a spinner rack if you put it right below wholesome comics, wholesome entertaining comics. Hey kids, comics, and you put this right below those words. The title is so lurid. The cover's not that lurid, but the title's one of the ultimate, most lurid titles ever. With the flames and the shuddering letters. At Herman's Hermits, watching Tippy Teen here from a submarine. I got a bunch of these Tippy Teens. Here's some, you're looking at DC horror comics. This one's in really awful shape, but the covers looks cool. And it's just.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
is
was a
scary.
living freak. My brain was expanding into a Superman's, but my body was receding back to primitive form. Primitive. That's our ancestor. Yeah.
Yeah. You should put that next to that Lois Lane with their big head.
Right. This is a really cool kind of gonzo cover. Make way for the Monster Mayor USA. And it's I'd rather have him president than Biden, but not to be political. Look at the crowd. He's going to get some ice cream.
Yes, chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip. This is a good one because I always like girls dressed like cats or feline kind of heroes or villainesses.
I like that one.
Oh, Space Ranger.
Yeah, it was still, kind of a superhero. They really hadn't gone to full horror. It was still kind of superhero or just weird. And then it kind of went full horror around the 25-cent, 52-page era.
Yeah, that's great because his legs are a ghost. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. And then more meth heads.
I just bought that recently.
Welcome home, dear. Our new neighbors dropped in. They're dying to meet you. New neighbors. But this company, ACG, is so wonderful, mainly because their advertisements are better than any other comic. I don't know how they just attracted the most insane advertisers. I'll just take a gamble that this one will be, watch it have nothing interesting, but the ads, it's the same ad, you see everywhere on the back, but I guarantee you inside the ads will be crazy. Yeah, well, they got a hypno coin, but that's not that. Usually they're full page ads with monsters and the ads just seem to be more lurid and weird with these crazy eyes. It's just this ad. Make $100. I don't know. Their ads just always seem to be. Let me see. Of course, they have a full page ad for Herbie, which is one of the great comics. They haven't made that into a Netflix series yet. Here's a different Roman soldier. It's just like the free comic day. the free book, The Boys, goes so much farther than that TV series. Maybe the book has always been that way, but
It has.
it's like, it's not as cool. See, as soon as I said, trust me, they usually have weird ads. You get little monsters that grow hair, you grow plants out of them. But yeah, it's like, do you stamp the store's name on the front of a comic that has an orgy in it? I don't think so. I told the owner not to. Okay, I have a situation. Got to be very careful here. All right, so that was wonderful, wasn't it? That's fantastic. I've got a tape situation, so I'm in a panic mode.
Sure.
I was not careful.
Well, let me go around the horn and ask each of you a simple question. Every guy's probably had to answer this at one point in his life. And I want an answer from all of you. Betty or Veronica?
Definitely Betty.
All right.
I like brunettes.
I never really gave it much thought.
Veronica.
Now,
I'm sorry.
Now, Betty's the blonde, so you wanted to change your vote?
Yes.
You want to go with Veronica?
Yes.
All right. Who says Betty?
I'll say Betty.
All right. I say Betty too, but Grottu.
I'd say, well, that's the problem. Veronica would be a big problem, but yeah, I prefer brunettes. But yeah, Betty would be they look exactly the same, which Harvey Kurtzman and Will Elder pointed out in Mad.
Yep.
You just need to get Betty and have her dye her hair black, because she's a much nicer person. She's not a rich money.
She wouldn't be as high a maintenance as
because that's always been a problem, is going after the Veronicas. It's the same question as the Gilligan's Island question.
Sure.
Mary Jane versus Ginger, and of course,
Well,
Jane. If you're looking for marriage, and a long-lasting companion, you don't go for the Veronicas.
Well, there was a right answer and a wrong answer, and I'm sorry, Jambo, you were wrong. It's Betty every time.
Oh. Okay.
Very cool.
Did you change any of the words on the cover, or just the heads?
No, just the heads. Just the heads.
And
How many have
Veronica,
you done now? Are you up to 10 with these pastiches?
Probably 7 or so. I have a couple to show you later tonight. So.
Oh boy, I've got to have all of them. I've got to have a complete set.
They're not as good as
Eric.
Last week's Mole People. Oh, Eric, let me find you.
and Veronica couldn't turn into super teen.
Oh yeah.
So that was another advantage Betty had.
What did Veronica have a superhero identity though?
I can't remember when they were doing that, if she had one or not.
I thought they all did.
I think she did, but I don't recall her actually doing anything. But they did stuff with Super Teen. She spends this entire issue rescuing Archie from various perils.
Have you seen the little Archie comics that have the superheroes?
No.
Because there's a thick special edition that has all of them, and with all these other heroes, and it's like the Legion of Superheroes behind little Archie and all his friends, and it's a great cover. I've got it somewhere. I'll pull it out when I find it and show it.
Yeah, I did find something else laying around.
All right.
I figured since it's not good girl art or anything, but these books from the 60s.
Nice.
They're great.
4.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah.
Another Fantastic Four. These are all in really, really good shape too. That's unlike me to get things in this good a shape, but
that's one I hadn't seen before.
I've never seen that one.
That's uncommon. You don't see that one.
This is the one that you see all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I've got a handful of DC Batman books.
Wow.
Let's see. Well, let's say that. And here's a Superman.
I've never seen that one.
And the other.
That one I've seen.
And another one from. And last but not least, because some days you can't get rid of a bomb.
Oh, there we go.
That's great.
Combined, I think we have the best stuff in the world. I totally enjoy this. Well, I think Dr. Silverage is probably still chomping a bit. He hadn't even finished his Tales of Suspense, probably. Well,
No. Still got plenty of those. We can jump into something else.
So,
Oh, I went to Jambo.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's cool.
Yeah.
Songbird for you. It's not the one that has Tony the Tiger on it.
You guys are on these little bitty white boxes on the bottom of my screen, and sometimes y'all look alike. So.
I'm sorry, Dr.
No,
Silverage.
That's okay, man.
No, this is good.
There's a nice Matt Baker.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little beat, but yeah. And
Oh, nice.
Songbird.
Very nice. I like that.
Cool.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's more thrilling. This was after it turned into a Western title.
Cool.
Still a Schomburg, but yeah. I got these the other day.
Cool.
And just because.
Yeah, Jackson, Roy Kirk. Seriously, everybody looks alike.
Nice.
You guys probably have a bunch of these. I did get these in from my comic shop the other day. It was number 18 of Vampirella. They were in pretty good shape. They were about $10 a piece.
I never think to look there when I order from my comic shop.
Grottu, you probably have a whole run of these, don't you?
Close to it. Not all of them. I did a video a long time ago where I showed all the ones that I had.
I thought I'd seen that. Yeah, you pretty good run.
I don't know why people buy these new Vampirella comics that are coming out when they could go back
They
and
don't
buy
compare
these.
to these. Yeah, the awesome cover.
Now, you should put that next to that DC comic Dolphin because they're kind of going in the opposite directions.
Right?
I don't know if
There's
anybody, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Showcase. Yeah.
Showcase. Yeah. Nice.
There's a. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead.
There's a fascinating, maybe 6, maybe 10-hour documentary on YouTube about Jose Gonzalez, who's the most identifiable artist with Vampirella.
I've seen that off of your channel. You were showing that and telling about it, and I looked it up and watched it. Yeah, it's.
Oh, you did? Oh, good.
Awesome. Yeah,
I didn't know if anyone had done that. It's depressing, but it's fascinating. You get to see the model that posed for all the. I mean, there was a real woman that kind of looked like that.
Yeah. he was an awesome artist. I mean, he's really, really great detail and stuff and all his work. And then they were throwing a lot of it in a dumpster or something out there, weren't they? Didn't they move the studio or something like that? And
yeah, this guy was about to do a documentary and interview him, and then did he die or commit suicide? I think he just died.
I think he died. Yeah,
and then it's like it's all so it's very tragic and weird. The whole you got to watch it. They have subtitles. It's dubbed into English because all these artists that drew for Warren at that time were from Spain.
There's that Mike Kaluta. The artwork on the train tracks and the guns are just outstanding.
A lot of detail.
Why didn't that take off? Why didn't kids? I mean, I bought it. Why didn't other kids buy that?
I loved it.
It's fantastic. I mean, kind of a great dome cover, I guess, but yeah, it's amazing artwork.
Right about that time in the early 70s, there was all this nostalgia because the kids, the guys that grew up with this stuff were, I guess, in their 40s and were nostalgic for the pulps and everything. But it just didn't work. Doc Savage at Marvel was great, but nothing ever took.
Oh, goodness there.
Hey, there's an oldie.
Bill Everett.
Wow.
That's right. Connie Combat.
Yeah.
I wonder if Guadalajara has that.
They had a lot of great stuff in them. I mean, Invisible Scarlet O'Neal, the Buck Rogers stuff. Yeah, it was amazing.
Maybe the question should be Betty Veronica or Connie Combat. She's probably more.
Well, Connie would win for all the people that can't make up their minds. They'd end up voting for.
Put Connie Combat against Canteen Kate.
There you go.
There you go. This one's
we need to suggest to Guadalajara to compile all of Connie Combat's adventures into one book.
Yeah.
No one's ever heard of them. I'd never heard of her until just now.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
The Connie book would replace
Very cool.
The ones that don't sell.
Right.
What number was that, Jambo?
It was 93.
Oh, that's cool too.
That's got to be rare.
Yeah, I like that.
What is Wonder Woman doing there?
Cleaning the windows.
Oh,
Dusting the rug.
Well, she'd finished taking the meetings for the JSA.
That would never work. I mean, there would be so many people up in arms about her cleaning windows and stuff.
Is that the Justice Society's headquarters there? Oh my gosh.
Let's see. That's about it, I think. Right now.
Let me get to Dr. Silverage because, and this time I am clicking on the right little box.
Yeah, no pressure.
But Jambo, those were fabulous. I'm kind of glad I
yeah, those are awesome. All right. Well, I showed a bunch of Tales to Astonish with, Tales of Suspense with heavy on the Iron Man theme. I think we're going to switch to Captain America.
Oh, I was going to join you on number 68.
You want me to continue?
Yeah. Go from 68 to 92.
Okay. All righty. 68 to 92. All righty. 68. All right. To 92. There we go. All right. We'll start off with 68.
I just showed mine, so you go right ahead.
All righty.
Excellent.
And then we got 69. Love this cover. 70.
Yes. Yeah.
And this one ain't too bad either. 71. I like those up close ones. And then let's see, 72. And this one's always kind of special to me because of that sleeper storyline. I remember seeing that in those Marvel superhero in the Captain America cartoons. They did it, and it was like, oh my gosh, right out of the comics.
And I love Cap Annual too. Got a good sleeper story.
Yeah, I get Cap right the annual 2 right there. He'll go with 73.
Yeah. Black Knight covers are great with the horse. Just
Yep.
fabulous.
Oh, and this one, who can't love this cover? 74.
Yes.
Just a classic. And we got 75.
I'll join you on 76.
All righty. And there you go. In stereo. And we got 77. Ultimo. 78.
It's like a card game.
We go with 79.
I don't see that one very often.
With the Submariner. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go with number 80. These are still in some old bags, so they're sticking together.
Oh,
Got to
great.
rebag these.
Cosmic Cube story. Great one.
Yeah. I got my Cosmic Cube right here glowing.
That's cool.
81.
Careful picking that up, Doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Silverage.
Yeah.
What happened to the skull?
That's it. I'll be gone. That's okay. And you watch it, and then they come down here. The rest of my kids and everything, they just take these and sell them all off. Live happily on an island somewhere. 82. Is 83. There's another cool cover. 84 with the Super Adaptoid.
Yeah.
I like that one.
And 85.
I'm jumping in on 86.
Okay.
Go ahead. But when this got reprinted in Marvel Double Feature, that cover shows up twice in the very small reprint run title.
I didn't know that. And here we go with 87. I like this one. This cover here that looks like a Gil Kane cover.
Yeah.
I love Gil Kane stuff. Number 89.
Excuse me.
I believe that's Gil Kane as well with the red skull.
Boy, look at that ear. I've never noticed that big hole for the ear there.
Up close and personal with the red skull. Number 91.
Yeah, this next one coming up, this is what I want to end on.
Okay.
This is
Number
the
92.
classic. This is the classic. This is the one you want to get because you guys already know the story. That's where Stan Lee makes the mistake and writes, only one of us is going to leave here on his feet. It won't be me. Hey, gold keys here. All right.
So I've always wondered how many copies did Millie the Model and the Western titles sell that they wanted to keep those going and then get Captain America and Iron Man to share books instead of having their own titles, and the Hulk only with half a book? I mean, they must have been selling. That Marvel was limited to a certain number of titles at that time. So.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
By the mid '60s, they pretty much everything but Millie was by the boards. On that front, then the Westerns were still around, but yeah, that's maybe because the Hulk had failed, they didn't figure you could carry a book, and yeah, it's speaking of Ron, I heard you mention you like Gil Kane stuff. You've read that, haven't you?
Oh,
No, I've never had that. I've seen it, but I've never owned it. Is it pretty good?
It's very violent. It's a great story. It basically, Archie Goodwin wrote it, Gil Kane drew it. But it was mostly Gil Kane, his story, and this was basically what he'd always wanted to do, because he said DC would never let him cut loose with anything. I mean, obviously in the Code era, that makes sense, but this was fun. I'd heard about this for decades, and I finally, I guess the original has a picture of Lee Marvin on the cover, because that's who it was patterned after.
I was gonna say, I thought the character was patterned after him.
Yeah, it's basically his character in Point Blank.
Oh, that could be.
Do any of you know the answer?
That came out today.
Oh, good.
But it's $150. 16 or 17 titles from that. Well, they were cheating because it would have had to have been 2 months, because they were only allowed to publish 8 a month. But man, I don't know what if they'd have done that as like a $40 Epic collection, I could see it, but I don't know where they're gonna. I mean, I'd love to have that, but I'm not dropping $150 on that. What's in it? Every book that Marvel published, or I guess they were still Atlas then. Was that surrounding Fantastic Four #1. So you have Kathy the Teenage Tornado, Millie, Patsy, the Western books. But Fantastic Four is the only superhero book out of the 17, and I just don't know where the market for that is.
Oh, I'd love it.
I would too, but I can't afford $150 for that.
So it's all the books that were on sale at the time Fantastic Four #1 was on sale?
Yes. And the back, like most omnibuses, if you turn around to the back cover, it's got the cover gallery of every one of them, and it's awesome looking. But
that's such a weird specialized thing, almost like what Guandanaland puts out, but just sells a handful of copies. But to actually publish the book where you send it to a printer appeals to about maybe 10 people in the world, and 5 of them are right here.
Well,
and I can't afford it either.
I'm sure you guys have probably owned some Marvel omnibuses. I would assume.
Just a few.
Where you'd get like 38 to 40 issues for $100 or $125. 17 for $150 is insane.
Yeah. It's just that they're beautiful books, but they're so cumbersome, and it's like I feel nervous reading them because it weighs you down. It's not I don't know, just it's like you're reading the family Bible, and it's just I don't know. And I do like that they have the original letter pages, but
well, what you need to do is get one of those Taschen History of Marvel or DC books, and flop that around for a minute. After that, the omnibuses are going to feel like a floppy.
I've seen you holding them. They're like 3 feet tall.
Yeah, you see the look on my face as the color drained out of it. Got the camera.
Have you guys seen this yet? I just took the shrink wrap off, but I've had it for 3 or 4 months. It's been sitting on top of a pinball machine, and I haven't. It's because I want to see this Commandy short. It's supposed to be cool, but there's no clips of that on YouTube. There's no trailer for that. But I want to see this feature too. It doesn't have the whole Justice Society. But then last night, the second season of Stargirl was on, but I wasn't home. But there's a CW app, so you can see the last few episodes of whatever the heck they run on that network. So I need to watch that, and then I'm going to do a review episode at some point in the next few days, because there's Suicide Squad and there's the first episode of Titans. I think season 3 is on probably in a few hours. And then the first episode of What If, that looks this like, I saw the first 5 minutes of that this morning, and Peggy Carter it's a complete man's body with a woman's head. There are female bodybuilders that, if you don't know, she's Captain America instead of Steve Rogers. And it's like whatever her face was that they fired from the Star Wars TV show, she was muscular but still looked feminine. They could draw her. It just looks like they pasted a woman's head on you could barely see that it has breasts because it's so brawny.
It looked like Captain America from the movies, and just with her head.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It seems like What If had all these wonderful, interesting ideas in the comics, and it seems like the TV show is just, what if they were a different sex? Or what if their race was different? Or
well, they're going for the MCU crowd. They're not going after comic book readers. But
No.
Yeah.
But what I got a chuckle out of was the side of comic book Twitter that, let's just say, we don't agree with. And thinks we should all die. They're all up in arms because they're bitching because they couldn't wait to replace their Captain America, Sam Wilson, with a white woman. So this audience that they've been courting for the last 10 years just turned on them like a pack of cur dogs again. And I love it.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Silverage wants to show his Iron Mans. I'll get him started. And with what happened before Iron Man #1, I'm sure the good doctor has this. So take it away, Doctor.
All right. You're correct. There it is.
Excellent.
I've always wanted that. I've never seen one in real life.
I've actually got 2 copies of it. One that I keep with my Iron Man, and one that I keep with Submariner. So that's how crazy.
Yeah, you can find
That's how crazy it gets. All right, so we got some Invincible Iron Man going on here. We got #1.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
painful pose, man. I always thought that was a very painful pose.
Not when they could see #2. #2 is far superior.
You are correct, sir. And we got #3. And
Deja vu.
#4.
At least you guys aren't playing Russian roulette.
Oh, no.
That'll be a YouTube first.
#5. #6.
Yeah. People are just dying to see #7.
And we'll give them to him again. And we got #8 here. I can get it unstuck.
Wow.
And #9.
It's beautiful.
#10. I don't know how far you want me to go up the line.
Well, I'm holding #19 in my hand. Can you go that far?
Okay. Yeah.
Good.
We got #11.
Sweet.
#12. Number 13, the all red cover.
Great cover.
Number 14. Whoops, here we go. Number 15. Number 16.
Unicorn.
Yep. Number 17. One of my favorite Iron Man lids right here. 18.
Oh, now I know what Miranya's talking about. I forget she's an Iron Man fan. Yeah, we didn't plan that. We just talked about it about an hour before we went on that we'd have Iron Man.
So we have a rule that all Iron Mans have to go to Miranya. So sorry,
Oh.
Rod, dude.
Uh-oh. That's number 19.
Yeah, that's a great. All the bad guys on there. Great cover. Did you have 20 just for fun?
I did.
All right.
I think we need you to go 2 more.
Oh,
Is that a guy poop? It looks like someone's pooping on Iron Man's head there.
So we
Sorry.
go with 21. And finish it up with 22.
Now you can play Russian roulette.
with who?
Crimson Dynamo.
Oh. Well, Orloff or Jambo, who would like to go?
You got anything, Doctor?
Well, let me pull something, I guess. Jambo, the DVDs, I'll get them to you soon. I still have to transfer a few more things.
No worries. I found actually the DVDs that has a complete Thor and Fantastic Four from 1966.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I have the complete. So if you want me to send you those, and you can just copy them.
Well, I have a complete Thor on a disc, so it's probably the same source, unless yours is like, if yours is crystal clear, then it might be from the British release. But the 67, is that the Hanna-Barbera Fantastic Four?
No, it's the 60s Fantastic Four.
Well, no, the Hanna-Barbera did a 67 one, and then they did one in 78.
Let me get it
The
here.
one, it was the Hanna-Barbera with the Human Torch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it had
Okay,
the Thor.
because it has the Herbie the Robot. It's the 70s one.
Right. One second.
Yeah, but that one, of course, I'll send you the original back with the DVDs of everything else you sent me. Anyway, I'll show you stuff that you may not care about, but this is my childhood copy of this, and this got me into comic collecting. I mean, I guess my first comic was Choo Choo Charlie, which was the advertising spokesperson for Good and Plenty candy. But this has got tape, from when I was a kid. But this is I didn't know it was reprints from the 50s. To me, it was new and wonderful, and
Yeah, it's great.
so. And this here, what is it? This is not my childhood copy, but this is another comic I got at about that same time. I don't know where the childhood copy is. I still have it, but this is one I got as a replacement. But then, over the years, I've gotten more Three Musketeers. It's really great. It's Shelley Mayer, right? Is that his name?
Was it Sheldon Moldoff?
Or is it Moldoff? Wait, Moldoff is the Batman artist, right?
Well, they're definitely both those names are right, so it'll probably be one or the other.
Well, Mayer is the guy that did Sugar and Spike. It's that guy.
Okay, it had to be him then.
And Mayer is also the guy that pulled Siegel and Schuster's Superman proposal out of the trash can and said, "Hey guys, maybe we should give this a chance. This looks pretty good." So he if it wasn't for him, Superman wouldn't exist, at least not from DC. But see, this is it's got a It's from a pedigree collection with the scribble. So it was Joe Biden's childhood copy. That's the signature. But yeah, it's just it's just fun stuff. My copies are in crummy shape that I pulled out of like the $2 bin, or not very much money, but whenever I see a Three Musketeers, I have to get it because it's great. And then I should put this in my Christmas box. Last year I started putting all the Christmas covers in a box so that I could show them at Christmas time. I don't know if you even care about this. Maybe I don't have that many. So
No, these are great.
Grottu,
Yeah, cool.
I just realized my mic's been muted for a while. I've been saying, "Oh, those are great." You
okay, all right, cool.
You haven't been able to hear me. I've been oohing and on.
No, it's just it may not be everybody's taste. But then it was in the 50s, and then in the they brought it back, I guess, in the late 60s and 15-cent era. This is issue 2 of but I think it's just reprints pretty much.
In fact, last week I showed a Tom and Jerry, the two Mouseketeers, and they changed their titles from the Mouse Musketeers. And I made the comment, I think they had to do that because of the DC books you're showing.
That could be.
I'm not sure.
This is another one that the one that I got more recently that must be like right before the one that I got as a kid. But this one's actually in good shape. Yeah, Sheldon Mayer.
Yeah.
He at least did new covers, but I think the insides are all reprints. But that's Three Musketeers. What else do I have here? Anything fantastic? Here's work. Tim Holton's Super Green Beret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like he's just kicking him in the face.
Crazy, yeah.
Kicking 2 people in the face. When people in their early 20s, when they see these, they're just horrified that they use these colors for Asian people. Because I was showing a coworker Paul Gulacy's artwork in Master of Kung Fu. It's just she saw that everyone was just drawn completely yellow, including the hero. And it's horrifying when you've been brought up today, but it's just how they did it. And I don't think it was meant to be anything racist, but here's Tom Terrific.
Oh, cool.
I just know him as being on Captain Kangaroo, but I think maybe he wasn't always on Captain Kangaroo in the 50s, but I don't know. This is I think this is a Jim Steranko created hero, right? I think he created the character. Or no, I'm thinking of the Magic guy. Who's the Magic guy? There was another hero from Harvey that was a magician. That was the one that Steranko created. Not that. Here's this is like that short story I was playing the other day, the creature in the cellar.
Steranko did magic, right?
Yeah.
Steranko did magic, right? He was a practice.
Yeah. That's
he
why
was an escape artist.
He'll tell you about it anytime you see him. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'll same stories every time. This is a cool Beatles influence cover.
There we go. Excellent.
That's cool.
Oh shit. Yeah, when I just got tape stuck on the cover of that comic, it was fine. But that's why I was reacting. There's always horrible accidents that happen whenever I'm on camera. It's like the tape got stuck, but it came right off. And
well, as Maranya can tell you, we were doing an auction one night, and he was messing with the Justice League, and he got the tape stuck on it and pulled the E off of the Justice.
Oh boy!
Oh, no.
And he's been hearing about it for the last year.
But it wasn't a '60s Justice League.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
That's terrible. I I love purple covers.
Yeah.
They're it's up when you get old. Purple covers make it impossible to tell what issue number it is, because reading what actually they did a little bit better job. Well, they put it on black, number 26. But anyway, that's what I've got there.
Okay. Well, before we run over to Jambo, I want to ask you, Grottu, have you ever seen this movie?
Isn't it a Japanese movie?
Yes.
But what do they just insert John Carradine into it?
Right. And
because you can tell the girl's Asian if you look hard enough.
well, are you sure? Because I looked at her and I didn't think she was Asian. I know they have 2 Japanese girls in that movie. I thought they must have had some American beauty pageant or something or model. And I just thought I was looking for, like the other mole people I did last time. I was looking for something. I thought, well, he's blue or kind of hairy. Maybe I could do a beast character. So I found this guy, and I thought, well, I'll just put the head on him. But then I thought, well, why not just do a whole X-Men thing? And I love this cover because it's a good Kirby. And however, the Beast is on the cover. So I was going to have to remove him, and I did. And so I put the elements together, and I started to come up with this. And I thought, well, okay, well, I got the girl. Do I lose her or keep her? But I thought, well, she's gorgeous. So why not turn her into a mutant? I didn't want to erase Jean Grey. And I thought, why don't I just do a little Starlet Witch action on her? Yeah. And I love the old 60s costuming. So I started to put that around her, and then I started
wow,
just kind of do that.
That's pretty cool.
And then I thought, if it's a movie, it would be The Destiny of Hank McCoy. And so here's the side by side, so you can still see where I kind of got it from. And when I did the mole people, Eric Breen asked about, hey, could you put, Reed Richards and Susan Storm in the credits? And I said I could. So just for him, I put Hank McCoy, and Eric Breen makes a cameo in this one. and I thought Yul Brynner would be a good Professor X. So
yeah.
All right. Well, now that y'all humored me, we'll run to Jambo and find some good comics to look at.
It ain't gonna be that cool.
Yeah, my residuals from that are like nothing now too.
That's that DVD collection, Grottu.
Okay, I think I could be wrong, but I think it came out in '67. But it's definitely the right one, and that's the '90s Silver Surfer, because there was only one Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
They had that on YouTube for a long time, but I think it got pulled down, and now it's on Disney Plus.
This is a very bad copy of that movie. It's a little made-for-TV movie, I think.
Yeah. Strange. It was a pilot for a TV show.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but yeah. ISIS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Hulk, but these again are not great copies, but the cartoons themselves weren't, too great. I mean, quality wise, but they were fun. Spider-Man TV series.
Well, if you do want to send those as a library loan to me, send the Hulk ones too. I'll copy that and get you the original back.
Which ones do you want?
Just Fantastic Four and Hulk.
Okay. The old Captain America movie.
Yeah, I hated that at the time, but maybe enough time's passed that
it's not good.
No, it wasn't. It was a horrible time. That's a beautiful cover.
I got this the other day for $2.
Wow.
And the Crypt Keeper from Castle Hill sent me a comment and said, yeah, it was going off for about $150, probably in better shape on eBay and stuff. And I was like,
what?
I got it for $2. can't believe it. You know,
From mail or a local store?
I don't know where he was looking at. I'm guessing probably eBay or.
No. Where did you get it? Did you get it?
I got it from a local shop. Yeah, it was,
I need to move to Kentucky.
Yeah, really.
I love that.
Wow,
I may
that's
have
awesome.
that issue.
it's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
Mademoiselle Marie. Very marvel. And I got this the other day. It's kind of beat, but it was. I didn't have it, and it's kind of a controversial. It's the one to get out of this run of Spire Christian, yeah. So
Well, they're all pretty good, but that one is that just the cover is insane looking. The look on her face.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always thought, what is going on there?
There was a Tom Landry one that always sold big around in this area.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thrilling.
Songbird. Doc Strange. Doc Strange looks different there, don't he?
Yeah.
Rocking the big pompadour.
Almost looks like Little Abner.
Yeah. Had this over not far from me.
Wow. Amazing.
Nope. That's pretty much it. But yeah, we'll get those. So the Fantastic Four and the Hulk. You have the Thor, you say?
Yeah, unless yours is from a different source. I mean, if you wanted to throw that in and I could see if it matches mine.
Sure.
At some point, I'm going to order a set from this guy on eBay that has all of them. And I think
I'm sorry, it says it's complete. So I'm guessing that's all.
Mine says it's complete too. I think I've got them all, but it just doesn't look very good because, is it on 1 or 2 discs?
I don't remember. 1.
Yeah,
So
mine is 2. So you put
not very good.
I think each hero had about 5 hours of adventures. They're really squeezing a lot onto 1 disc to do it that way. But send those 3 and I'll get them all back to you along with a few discs that are made from the VHS you sent me. So
okay.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Oh, that's fine. 3 discs in the Fantastic Four. There's 3 of them in this one, so.
Oh yeah, so they did it right.
Yeah, maybe the quality's better. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the '67 Fantastic Four. It just wonderful. The music, it still had enough of the people from Johnny Quest working on it that it could have been better, sure, but it just knocked me out when I was a little kid.
Yeah, that was a fave of mine as a kid. I remember watching that and the Spider-Man cartoons. They were on back to back.
Well, Fantastic Four was just a little more faithful, with the villains and everything, and the Galactus trilogy and everything. And
I would like to have all the Johnny Quest. Those are awesome.
Yeah, you can get those.
Great in those. I mean,
yeah.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I've got real fuzzy copies of every Johnny Quest found on the internet years ago. I quickly threw them onto DVD, and that's one of the few things my son, who's now 18, he'll sit down and watch that if I'm playing it. But anything else he doesn't care about. But when you hear that Johnny Quest theme song, you just got to stop what you're doing.
And a lot of people don't realize that wasn't a Saturday morning cartoon. That was on in prime time. That was meant to be an adventure pulp show.
It was
for
great.
adults too. Yeah, that's always weird when the heroes are reading their own comics or watching themselves on TV.
Well, Dr. Silverage, I could bore everybody with some more stuff, but I think they'd rather see what you got.
Okay. You want me to start in with the Captain Americas?
Oh, sure.
All right. Well, we got number 100, where old Cap starts in his old series.
Sweet.
Fantastic cover.
Yep, that's a classic right there. And then we got 101.
I might join you on a few even copies.
All righty. We got 102.
This is a great Jack Kirby. I just absolutely adore 102.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got 103 with the red skull.
Great cover.
$104.
Surrounded by all his villains.
And we got 105 with Batroc.
I don't know what it is, but I have the evens. 102, 104, 106, 108. I have no idea why.
Yeah, that's the classic from the poster and everything.
Yeah.
Made a poster of it and everything. And we got 107.
Great blue wash tone. 108.
You didn't believe in getting any of the odd ones, huh?
It just worked out that way, I guess.
There you go. Oh, I love this cover. 109.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Loved it so much. Love that one.
That's why I couldn't find it.
And 110. An old Jade Jaws.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
Another classic cover with 112.
Hey, I can get in on that.
There we go.
All right.
And that's it for me.
And we got 113. $114. I don't know how long you want me to go, so just tell me.
Whenever you're comfortable.
115.
Absolutely great cover.
Yeah, I love that one too. Love this one too. 116. Whoops. How about we get it all in there? How about that? Like that one. 117.
Falcon.
Yeah.
$118. Like this cover too. And $119. And that's all I pulled out for the first bundle. Couldn't pull out one more for $120.
I'm sure you guys have annual number 2, but I absolutely just totally dig that cover.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the sleeper.
That's a classic.
Let me show one more cap. Just to be odd, the old book and record.
Oh, I used to have that. I loved that.
Is it signed?
Story.
Yeah, by Marty. It's the 25 cents Marty.
Oh, okay. Well, nobody's named Marty anymore. There were a lot of kids named Marty when I was in elementary school.
Hey. Yours look, yeah, show it. Go ahead.
Yeah. I love that.
It's worth looking at it again.
I love that one. And this one you don't get to see this one too often either.
You know what we need to research?
What number?
This is number 1. King size special.
We need to find the actor that played Captain America. If he's still alive, it would be wonderful to interview this guy. He also played Charlton Heston in the Planet of the Apes book and record set. That guy is out of his mind. I think he was reading these. He was reading it for the first time. He hadn't practiced. I mean, if you could open another window, Graphic Man, and just play that off of YouTube for 30 seconds, just so people that maybe you don't have to, but it's that voice is insane. And then the villain is really great too, which is Baron Zemo, right? The guy that does his voice. I listened to that record so many times as a kid.
I've done another crazy poster, but I think Jambo is probably chomping at the bit here.
Actually, give me 1 second. I need to grab some.
All right.
That record is so ingrained in my mind that when I was laying down being tortured by doctors in my mind, because this is what happened. I had super thick glasses, and my dad paid for me to get.
Nice.
I need to shut up.
No, keep going.
Well, my dad paid for me to get that. What do you call that surgery to make your eyes where you can actually see something? So he said, "Well, I'll pay for your surgery, and then because I think it cost $2,000, and I'll take $2,000. I'll give $2,000 to both of your brothers, and it'll just come out of your inheritance. So it'll be like a loan from your inheritance." So I'm laying down, but you have to be conscious while they, I guess, shave off layers of your eye or something with a laser. And I'm laying there, and I'm going, "Captain America and the Falcon, and a phoenix shall arise." In my mind, I'm going, "And a phoenix shall arise," because for some reason I was connected to myself in 4th grade through that record. And it's like, so now I know if I was being tortured by the government or the cabal, that I would be saying Power Records lines in my head. That's how messed up I am. It's horrible because they said don't blink or don't move it's like when someone tells you that, it's like someone tells you not to laugh, and then you want to, or don't think of elephants, and then you're thinking of elephants. I don't like surgery when I'm awake, man. Enough of me. I don't want to take over.
Here's some nice Marie.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
102.
Oh, very cool.
I love her so much.
Yeah. She was the Hulk artist to me. I mean, Herb Trimpe or Herb Trimp, ever how you pronounce it.
How is it pronounced? Can we vote?
I talked to him at a convention, and I don't remember what he said, but I think he said Trimp.
Good.
So
That's what I always thought.
Yeah.
I always call him Trimp. So,
Well, Jambo, you should check out the broadcast that Dr. Silverage and I did about 3 weeks ago, and we did I think a whole run of Hulk,
Wow.
we tag teamed through that the whole thing.
I think I caught most of that. I may have missed the first of it, but yeah, I'll have to go back and catch that.
There's a great Doctor Strange.
Mm.
Eric, is that Strange Academy as good as all the 20-year-olds say, or have you even looked at it?
Oh, there it is.
I have not read it.
Classic.
Yeah, it's my favorite story.
That's beautiful.
And
That is my favorite cover right there.
Marie Severin did the face, is what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that just puts it over the edge of being even more perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
That was I got Dick Ayers to sign that up there at the top.
Oh,
underneath.
excellent.
Nice.
And he's like, "Why are you bringing this to me to sign?" And I said, "You did the ink work on it." He's like, "Did I?" I was like, "Yes." So he didn't remember it, but yeah.
I like that he did it very tastefully instead of like Stan Lee did when he was 100.
This is my favorite comic cover, I believe.
Yep, and that's my second favorite comic cover.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's just awesome. You don't need any word bubbles or anything in it. Just
Didn't somebody make like a statue of that?
Yeah, two statues that fit together.
Yeah, I mean that looks so cool. I'd love to have had that, but
and this is Alex Schomburg, so I had to show it.
Right.
Invaders.
Mm-hmm.
Love the Invaders.
think that his last work for Marvel. I'm assuming.
I was going to ask you that.
I'm thinking it was. Man, there's
Yeah.
It's great that some of the Golden Age guys got to come back for a last hurrah, like Bill Everett on the Submariner and stuff.
Would you look at that? Wow.
Yeah, that's
We've got
neat.
does Guandanaland have that comic? 'Cause that I want.
These are pretty awesome. They're pretty fun. Yeah.
Damn.
That is
Excuse my
cool.
language.
I thought there was only 5 of those.
It's a short run, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He'd have to mix it with something else to probably get a volume out of it. Atlas had a few titles that was space.
Well, they could put that with Speed Carter, but then now you're into the 50s.
Right.
That was called Space Squadron.
Space Squadron.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, the covers are dynamite.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have one in front of me here, but I can probably grab it in a second. You guys remember the old Charlton series called Space Western?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome too. I mean, you had spaceships and cowboys and Nazis and dinosaurs and just about anything they could think of putting in a comic was in that comic.
Everything you need.
Yes, the kitchen sink of comics. And this was laying in front of me again. So I did show that the other day, but
That's good. The only tip top I have is a little Abner cover. I don't have any sparkler with Tarzan.
yeah.
My favorite cover
Bogart.
is Tarzan's on top of I think a little Stegosaurus or something, and he's jabbing him in the eye with that spear. I always wanted that.
I've seen that one. That's an awesome cover. I do like that one. Was it Bernie Hogarth that did the cover on that one too?
I don't know.
I think it was. He did a lot of those. They were fantastic.
What'd you find out?
Well, I don't see that, but he does have the complete Gail Allen and her Girl Squadron from Planet Comics for $39 or $15 in black and white. And this is Galaxy's Greatest Space Hero. Is that like Flash Gordon, but he can't say the name? Or is that a different space hero?
Oh, and does it have a Dell trademark at the top? Because that was a Dell.
I don't know. I'll have to open it up.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's obviously skirting around the real name of the guy.
Right.
And it doesn't really look like a Flash Gordon outfit from Alex Raymond, but it could be a later period.
You know, if he had to chop off the title, that probably took
Okay, it says will flash into your brain. They're trying to be real clever. See there? So yeah, it's Flash Gordon.
Yeah, excellent.
Man, I got to get some Guandanaland books. It's driving me crazy.
Well, let me drive you more crazy. What do you think of this movie?
I love the movie. Let's see what you did to it. Or have you already done it?
Well, I think, even though he's got like a shaggy diaper that leaks, I think he'd be a good Giant Man. And I thought, why don't I just get the old classic costume? Even though later he went with suspenders, I thought, why don't I do that black circle from his first appearance in Avengers 2? And so I went with this.
Oh, cool.
And the hard part was making that diaper look more streamlined as shorts.
Yeah, the diaper looks a little full there.
And then
if you look back at the original, I was going to suggest you turn him into Joe Biden.
Yeah.
But it might be too muscular.
So I got that far, and I thought, wait a minute. They drew him with this belt, even the Alex Ross. So do I dare tackle a belt? It took a while, but I finally got a belt going. So here's the side by side. And you're probably saying, "Oh, Micah, you missed a golden opportunity. You could have turned the woman into the Wasp." And
okay,
you're right. So I went back and I did the old costume of
That's
the
great.
Wasp.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So I can't decide which one I like better because the middle one is kind of like still an in between, half movie, half Marvel. But anyway,
They're all wonderful.
Yeah, that's cool.
You need to.
I've already been to the shop and I just absolutely love it. So I just get a kick out of doing silly stuff like that.
Yeah, keep doing it because this stuff's brilliant.
Hmm.
Jambo, did you find any more there?
I found one of those space westerns.
Oh, good, from Charlton.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that one does have a tape pull up there at the top.
Oh, boy.
But I mean, you see the cowboys there and the soldiers and a spaceship and it looks like a nuclear explosion there in the background. So, I mean, they had a lot going on in these. Find something in there you liked. Let's see. I found another Torchy.
Yes, that
That
poor
no.
bride. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that guy is going to be in trouble later.
That's not the way to start off.
And this one don't have Tony, the tiger, in it, but it's got a Black Panther.
Yeah, that's great.
Hmm.
Jackson has a message for you there.
Throw it away in my direction. It's a Wally Wood cover. And it's kind of beat up, but I like it. And another beat up book, but still.
Oh, that's neat. I like that.
So that was it. I didn't find any more. I was looking for more of my space stuff, but it's not around me here. So,
Well, there is a reproduction of Space Western. It's Guandanaland number 466, Cowboys in Space, starring Spurs Jackson and his Space Vigilantes.
Now, if you recall,
need to
that
get
was what. Remember when Steve was on Charlton 66? He kept telling us there was this cover that had a woman and it was redrawn as a man.
Yeah.
That was the cover he's talking about.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Excellent.
So, did you say Charlton 66 opened your package on Instagram, or did he do a video
On Instagram and
but not on YouTube? Okay.
not on YouTube. And he did contact me through Instagram. He's doing okay. His wife was having some illness, and so he's been very busy. So we wish him all the best.
And has Comic Crypt of Castle Hills done anything in the last month or so? I haven't seen anything pop up.
One
he
video.
did some new books. Yeah, I think he'd picked up
A new book since the scary anti-communism one.
Yeah, 50 comics you won't find in your local shop or something.
Oh, I gotta watch that. Yeah, the last one was like, it's like kiss your ass goodbye.
that was a great one. Yeah,
Yeah, it was wonderful. All the films he showed were so spot on with what we're living through. Wow.
threw the Star Trek crew in there. Yeah, that was cool doing that.
Well, Dr. Silverage, did you want to go?
Oh,
Any more? Or?
Yeah. How about some Marvel, Captain Marvel?
Hopefully it's the real one, not that movie fake version.
Oh, we can start off with this is after he appeared in Marvel Superheroes 11 and 12, or 12. Yeah, it was 11 and 12, I believe. And this is when he started in his own series with number 1.
Sweet.
He's got that same painful Iron Man pose that he was in on his first cover.
And number 2.
Yes. Absolutely love it.
And number 3.
Whenever I see that, I think the color got bleached out of it, but no, that's the way it was made.
Yeah. Yep. And number 4 with the Submariner.
Number 5. Great cover.
Yeah, I like this one. I like the colors in it.
Good reds.
Yeah. Makes it all pop. Number 6.
Wow.
And I have another number 6. Number 7.
Yeah, I just bought that one like last month.
Quasimodo.
Number 8.
No, those early ones were all Gene Colan. Is that right?
Did a lot of them, yeah. You can tell this is old Gene on the cover, but for sure. Number 9. You just see when I see him drawn like that, all I can think of is his Daredevil work.
Right.
You know, because he did so much on the Daredevil.
I think his best work was Doctor Strange and Tomb of Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got number 10.
Yep. Have you guys seen the animated Tomb of Dracula? It's Japanese made.
No, I haven't.
Wow.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, just type in Tomb of Dracula Japanese, and it looks like his designs, of Dracula.
Wow.
Number 12. Number 13. Number 14 with old Shellhead.
Always like that cover.
Yeah.
Number 15. I only went up to 21 on these because that was the end of the first original run. 16. $17. Big costume change.
Yeah.
18 with the Mandroid.
Yeah, he hadn't gone blonde yet.
Number 19. Number 20. I like that cover.
Mm-hmm.
But not as much as I like this one. Number 21, because it's got old green skin in it.
Wow.
Like it so much. Here we go.
You never see the inside of Hulk's pants being white. They're purple on inside and out. Or am I wrong? That's
Yeah, you're right.
Did you show number 15?
Did I show 15?
Yeah, 1
Yeah.
5. 15.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I must have missed it.
I don't. I'd have only a few issues after that. I pretty much just stuck to the Silverage because I enjoyed that. But I did pick up. I have a few issues, including that everybody wants the 55 there with the first Thanos, I think it is. So.
When you told me you had some Captain Marvel, I grabbed a few, and there's 43. So nothing special. I think Eric's getting ready to say something.
No, I thought Iron Man 55 was the first appearance of the Blood Brothers. I mean, there was somebody else in that book.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what. I think you're right. Now that you say that, I think you're right. What's the big one that in Captain Marvel? No, maybe I'm just losing it.
There was in the 20s. There was an early Thanos story that I think is worth some money, but I think it's just because it's
first cover appearance or something like that. Maybe of
That
Thanos.
might be. I just know they get fairly pricey in the 20s for a few issues. Now, speaking of the Hulk's purple pants, there was an issue of Power Man and Iron Fist where Luke Cage is at the laundromat picking up some stuff, and next to him is Bruce Banner picking up a load of purple pants.
What's his uniform? But if you think about it, he always wears purple pants. Did they do that in the movies? Does he have purple pants in the movies? I don't remember.
I don't.
I think he said something about that in one movie. Maybe the first Avengers movie, when he falls to the roof of the shack after he gets off the helicarrier, and the guy gives him a pair of pants to wear because he's naked. And I think they're purple. And I think he says something about it's my color or something like that. You know.
Well, guys, I don't know if we're running to a conclusion but I've enjoyed it. Just getting caught up here with the. No, I haven't, God Tank. Well, I think you guys are just about done. All right. Well, I think next week I'd like to do some pre-hero journey into mystery. So won't take too long. We might find some other subject, but thank you guys for coming. Thank you, Jambo, Dr. Silverage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bring back the purple pants.
Have you ever seen purple pants in real life? I don't know that I've ever seen you wear purple pants.
That's what I was just thinking of. I'm like, I don't think I have.
Well, I'm surprised more people don't wear them because they stretch like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Right.
They ought to, they sell all these T-shirts at Target with Marvel heroes. Why don't they sell purple pants with the knees ripped out and torn at the bottom? That would be I don't know if that would sell. I'd buy a pair just to go to the swimming pool with.
I'll tell on myself. As a child, I used to do that, and I found my mother's green food coloring, and I would smear that all over myself, and I would be just like the Hulk TV show. I'd rip my shirts, and I'd probably terrorize the dogs in the neighborhood. But
I did it with green chalk.
I was an only child. We didn't have brothers, so we had to have an imagination. You use chalk, huh?
Yeah, the green chalk and grind it up and just rub it off.
I never did that, but I did get a garbage can lid and paint it like Cap's shield.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So that was cool.
So I never thought to do any of those things. It must have been because that must be the sports fan side of me probably didn't, think
you
to do it. Yeah.
Well, you got the comics a little bit later. When you were like 13 or 14,
that is true.
At that age, you probably would have been locked up.
Well, I don't know if everybody got here in time to see. Paulo started us off really well, and some great stuff. Everybody had great stuff. So, I always hate to pull the plug on these, but
that's why I sometimes go 5 hours.
I was going to say, don't ask Ken for advice on how to pull the plug on a stream.
Those are great, though. I mean, Dr. Orloff, I'm always driving down the road watching your show and stuff. Well, not watching, but listening to the show and stuff in my van, my work van and stuff. So yeah, it's great. Passes the time.
Well, if they lock us down again, this may be the only thing to keep us grounded. Long streams. If I do one that's an hour long, I get like 80 views, and if I do one that's hours long, it's almost 300 sometimes.
I was watching one the other day, and I was about 20 minutes in before I realized it was a repeat.
Yeah, I just went to work and let it go, just playing from my playlist. It was just a rerun stream. Yeah, I think people were watching it thinking it was current, but
yeah, I think your wife said, "Yeah, this is the best stuff stream, dumbass."
I think she said
I had lived that, the dumbass.
Oh well.
Well, thanks, Graphic Man, for having me on. I really appreciate you, buddy.
Oh, you had some great stuff. It was great, good girl art and everything.
If you ever start selling your posters, let me know, because I'm gonna get some of those.
Yeah, it's like I think we need to all like start getting complete sets. I've got 2 of them, but I need all of these things, man. I just
they're awesome.
Yeah,
the
they're
collection.
unbelievable.
I appreciate that, fellas. I appreciate that.
It's like if there's a subscription, this is better than Netflix. If we could send you like $15 a month and get everything, like you print an extra one of each one as you do them, because it's driving me crazy that I don't own these, because it's better than the National Lampoon. It's better than anything I've ever seen.
Well, I appreciate that, Bronco Bear, in the chat. Yeah, my email is graphicman404@gmail.com. If you want to drop me a line about something.
Or you could probably send us like files of them, right? And then we could print them ourselves.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Could you send us all, if we like through email, like high resolution scans, so we just go to the local print shop and make our own? Because
when I do them 11 by 17.
Yeah.
And Walmart has great 11 by 17 frames. They're about $4 or $5.
That's what I need. Yeah.
And,
because I got to frame the Richie Rich one here.
So when I do a little cover recreation, I say recreation, instead of recreation. There's Batman 104 from
nice.
So I like the size 11 by 17. It's basically 2 8.5 by 11s just turned sideways. So, and Walmart usually has that size. It's not an oddball size. So,
Graphic Man, you need to start messing with the 50s and early 60s Batman covers, because those would be easy and fun to manipulate, and you could probably do all kinds of insane things with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, gentlemen, thank you all. We're going on 3 hours now, so I know poor Dr. Silverage has to get up real early, so he has to get.
That's okay. I enjoy doing this. I really do. Thank you so much for asking me to come on again. I just love doing it.
And for those of you who missed it earlier, here he is.
That's my new baseball card right there.
You know, you look a little bit like Joe Madden before he started getting really, before he stopped shaving.
That's great.
I've never dressed that well.
That's great.
Oh man,
awesome.
Great
I remember that. That one's awesome. Yeah.
What is this? Because they were throwing these out in front of the comic shop. Is it a sticker? I've got a whole bunch of these things. Obviously not very valuable, because they were throwing them out.
Well, it was probably by disgruntled Red Sox fans over the last week or so. Now they're all rushing to try to get them back. Well, I just want to say before we go, about a year ago when I first started watching a lot of you guys, or actually some of you guys longer than that, I got this idea in my head that it would be nice to get everybody together and call ourselves the Four Color Fossils. And, then thanks to Graphic Man, damn if it didn't happen. So this is fun. And Jambo, are you in the over 50 club yet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 58.
Oh, perfect.
God damn. I mean,
I knew you were going
where are you, Strange Life? Get in here.
He was in the chat. He was having trouble with his microphone. He says he wants to come on next week, so that'd be great.
So, Graphic Man, you're the youngest here, right?
51.
Okay, I'm 56.
I'm 59.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're all in the 50s, at least.
I said that was Paulo's an honorary because I said he's
That's
got
true.
the knowledge of someone over 50, no question.
Oh yeah, he's so he knows everything.
He does.
What'd you say? He's about 33 or something?
He's 36, I think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know 3 guys. There's a guy in Canada, Dante D. There's a comic book writer named Joe Corallo that I do those retrospectives with, and all 3 of them are just know an incredible amount of comic book history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Some
nice to
people
see.
can, remember that stuff and they
Yeah.
retain all of it. Most of mine has gone away or leaked out the other side of my head or something.
Well, you know the expression "forgotten more than most
Yeah.
people know." All that,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to just read the Overstreet Price Guide, and I probably knew all the Golden Age titles like Night Tiger does, but that was when I was in 7th grade.
I used the large print one so I could actually read the Overstreet Price Guide.
Right. But with all these variant covers, that's become kind of useless. I have to see them because I don't know what the heck's going on with variant covers.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's for historical. Yeah, like if you're looking up Charlton stuff and like the titles would have changed names 4 or 5 times, but for pricing, it has become kind of useless for comic shop purposes.
Yeah, I don't price much that's older than the 70s or late 70s, just because that's when this store opened, is 79. So everything I'm looking at is the 80s up, and unfortunately, there's way too many variant covers.
Yeah,
ain't life grand.
Well, Eric, I will be sending you a tweet here when we wrap up on those Archies. So you'll be looking for that because I think I'm serious about getting them. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And if he hadn't, I would have, but he claimed it first.
Oh, okay.
No, it's yours.
Well, you got that FF1 annual one. So.
Right. Yeah. So those are yours. I'll find some more. If I don't, I was driving. I may have had a couple of what Eric showed, but I love that stuff.
Yeah, if we were all in the same town, then I wouldn't have had to knock all the prices down as far as I did.
That's
I'd
right.
actually have a market for it.
Yeah.
There's no telling. We could move to Kentucky. We're looking all over the place for just the right house that's perfect, and I would sure love to live in Kentucky or someplace like that. I would love it.
Oh, I said, yeah, you'd definitely be hearing a knock on your door if you did. Because I've told so many people about your channel. I said, just look behind him, and then if you can find the one where he does the tours of his house, I said it's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
how would you get all that stuff moved, Dr. Orloff? I mean,
the same way any of us would if we had to move. I haven't moved since 1996, and I've accumulated a lot since. If I moved a place that's, I don't know how long it takes from Texas to Kentucky. Let's say I bought a house in Kentucky. I would shuttle a lot of it back and forth myself, and not have, and I don't know. I think a lot of it, I'd reuse the same boxes, but I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably insane to even think about it, but I'd have to budget probably a lot of money. My wife's saying the thought of moving is intimidating. I don't know. What would it cost to professional movers? 10 grand? I don't know. What does it cost?
I've always done like you said, just did it myself. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do most of it myself.
One thing, you know,
But I can't move pinball machines and stuff like that. So
Right.
you know,
Wow.
and when we moved all the time when I was a little kid because my dad was in the Army, but that was all done free. I don't know what moving cost. You know, I don't know.
A lot, just based on the stuff that you have. I'd probably move everything. I mean, if you're comfortable driving a truck, I mean, my eyesight's so bad I can't drive a large car, but I'd pack up all the stuff that you can move, and I'd do that myself.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah,
because you never know. I mean, you can put fragile on the boxes all day long. That's no guarantee that they're gonna, treat them as such.
Yeah, I'd rather have them move heavy furniture, pinball machines, filing cabinets. I'd just move the rest. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't want movers moving Aurora model kits or something.
No.
I don't know. I'll probably be entombed in this house, but
when you do move, I think that'll probably be about 3 or 4 really good episodes in a row because you'll
it would be more than that.
Oh well,
First, it would be
I was being generous.
Me going to see these houses. I'd stream everything or show everything, but I don't.
And then you would have to have an episode of stuff you forgot you had.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're like me. You have stuff sitting around.
Oh yeah, and I don't know if I'm moving from one hell to a worse hell as far as politically, because I just don't know what's the world going to be like in a year. Will it be better? Will it be horrible?
Kentucky's a red state, but right now we have a blue governor. So
yeah, but we've had Democrat governors.
Yeah, for
our whole lives, and whenever we do elect a Republican, it always blows up in our faces anyway.
Yeah,
so it kind of works. It's kind of it kind of works. Democrat governor, Republican legislature, and the state. It definitely, it's. I mean, they went 60 plus for Trump both times. So I mean, that's if that's any indication of what the state.
Yeah. Probably much better. Oh, well, I better not get into that. There's probably the percentages may have been very different, but I won't say anything more. Not on someone else's channel. Oh boy! But I don't know. Are there mask mandates where you guys are?
Not yet.
The schools have. But again, that's I'm sure the union's involvement in their being in bed with the Democrats, and it's a dog and pony show because high school kids literally have a better shot of getting struck by lightning than dying from COVID.
Well, the governor of Texas has said no mask mandates, but then a lot of school districts are trying to say no, we've got to wear them, and then the city of Dallas got some judge to temporary stay on that. We're starting in 2 hours at midnight tonight. Everyone's got a mask up in Dallas just in time for Free Comic Day. Oh, wow.
66,
number 64. Right? Somebody was asking.
Oh, in the chat. Yeah, I can't see the chat.
It was number 66. I'm sorry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for if you went into last year as a junior in high school. Well, I felt sorry for the seniors last year because that was taken from them.
Yeah.
But if you were a junior, you basically lost your junior year. Your senior year, you're not going to see anybody's faces, just so a bunch of politicians can feel better about themselves and not wear masks when they get together. I think it sucks.
It's emotionally scarring a generation, and they're going to have holes in their education, and they're going to always be wearing masks probably their whole life, and they're going to have a fear of germs, and it's just going to turn people into neurotic, easily conquerable people. So,
Yep. Well, that's it.
John Wayne.
That's ending on a cheery note.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just like the Brahms said, well, we don't have large cups. We only have medium cups. It's like, well, why? Because they're the large cups made in China. So then Taco Bell, we can't serve you today. We don't have enough people. And it's like, what the heck?
Wow.
I went to a gas station.
Taco Bell, Brahms.
Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work.
Yeah, I went to a gas station the other day for Cokes and coffin nails and couldn't get either. Yeah, it's nice of them to look out for my health, but but they only had one. They only had like the ultra premium gas, and so it's like when this first started. Remember when it first started and everybody hoarded the toilet paper?
Yeah.
I ran into a friend of mine at the grocery store, and we were laughing, cutting up, and my friend's very much a leftist. And I pointed to the empty shelves and said, "And for all you kids that think socialism's so cool, there's a dose of it right there." Boy, did the smile drain off of his face. He looked at me like I had, like I just killed grandma.
Yep.
Well,
All right, guys. I'm gonna tap
Thank
out.
you, Jambo. Appreciate you.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all.
good to see you.
Same here, Eric.
Nice to meet you.
Orloff, Dr. Silverage.
Drop
Nice
in
to meet you.
anytime.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me on. You guys have
Take
a
care.
great night, okay?
So,
Thank you.
all right.
Take care.
Thank you all in the chat. We appreciate you. It's been a very lively, good chat tonight. And thank you to my guests. Thank you, Eric and Dr. Silverage. Fantastic books. Grottu, loved everything you showed. It was perfect, wonderful.
Thank you.
We have the greatest variety of stuff, and Paulo started us off really good. So I guess with that, I'll wrap it up. So happy drawing, everybody. Good night. We'll see you next time.
take care, everyone.
Take care.
Here, bye.